Greetings, everybody. This is Pink Frog Yellow Boots from Behavior, working towards achieving holistic health for everybody. Knowing who you are to somebody is such an important thing in life. What relationship do you share with certain person? Where do you stand in someone's life? Are necessary and important things that you need to know about who you are dealing with. In short, today we are here to understand why is it necessary to know हम आपके हैं कौन, or who you are to them and what they are to you. Relationships can be anything: parent, child, student, teacher, friends, sibling, colleagues, employee and employer, spouses, partners, in laws. Why is it important to know what relationship you have with certain person? The simple answer to that is when you know what you are to them, where you stand in your relationship, what is the bond. It simply tells you what are your rights, what are your responsibility and what are your roles. It is important to know these things because it helps you function and maintain that relationship. Let's say it's a parent child relationship. Now, the child is supposed to be depending on the parents when he is or she is growing up, while the parent is supposed to nurture and provide a safe environment for the child to grow. Nurture them, teach them things that they can provide for them. And when they turn old and the child grows up, the child takes care of the parent. It is a simple role that has been defined. While let's say it's an employee and employer relationship. So, an employee employer relationship usually is about delegation of work, reporting of work, asking queries and questions for learning new things or important information that is required. Friends supporting each other, standing by each other, leaning on each other. These things help in knowing how the bond will progress, how the bond will be sustained. Also, every relationship, even though has certain boundaries and guidelines, has to be customized as per the people involved in it. The consent of two people sharing that relationship is very important when sustaining, nurturing a relationship, be it whatever relationship. Through the guidelines and the roles provided, there are negotiable things that can be discussed and should be discussed to maintain a healthy boundary, a healthy sustenance. This is why, if you are not aware of where you stand in certain person's life or what your relationship with them is, will always be leaving you with a lot of questions and anxiety because you don't know what you can and what you cannot do. Let's say, for example, relationship that don't have any specific significance, like you meet a stranger on a train and you tell your stories to them. You always have a feeling afterwards that maybe you shared a little more, or maybe you should have taken an initiative and had been more courteous to them. These things happen because our basic makeup is like that, where we need those boundaries to know what is possible to do and what is not. With this, it is also important to understand that you as an individual are entitled to define the boundaries of relationship that you are in. You can have a word with your parents on what physical, what verbal boundaries you will share with them. And not just parents, this is something that is valid for all the that you share. This is something that you have to be mindful of. Be sure to convey what you are comfortable with and what you are not comfortable with. And always be willing to listen and acknowledge what they have to say about it. And reach a common place where you can have a better and healthy relationship with anybody who is there. Moreover, you can always say what you are comfortable and non comfortable with in physical touch, topics that you choose to discuss with them, emotional and mental brainstorming that you do with them. And you can always tell them when it is comfortable to reach a certain point and when it is not. This will help you have a better mental health because it will bring you peace and stability and end a lot of anxiety that happens when you are not certain about where certain things stand. Make sure if you have any queries, please put them down in the comment section or reach out to me or any person who can be of help professionally. Hope you have a good week ahead.